In this video, we're going to talk about what coins to buy in June, or should you stay out of the markets and just chill for the summer because sell in May and go away is still in place. So let's get started with the price action on BTC because that is a very nice test for what's happening with the markets. So first of all, we had this super deep here just in the past 2 days, basically around World War III, a lot of anxiety around the markets, what will happen around the world. So it's very well understandable, and it's still not be over, even though there are some bullish news that made basically this V-spike recovery here available, and there's similar action on other coins as well, which I'm going to show you. We're far away from the bottom, which was basically in April. Especially as you can see, April 7, 6, that was really the lowest point here, with BTC going pretty low to 75k, and that was also the case for other coins. So if you look, for example, at ETH, which is still not doing that good, but it's not that bad. It also had this V recovery here in the past 2 days, back to 2,400, and it's back in this range of 2,800. And also, if you look at it, then we're still far away from the bottom, which was around April, and that was basically $1,300, which was really, really low. So if you managed to buy back then, you already could print quite good money on most of the coins. So with that Ethereum or BTC, or maybe some coins from the list that I was talking about, what I'm buying in April, most of them were doing pretty good. Maybe apart from Bera, Sonic, that didn't do good, but Hype, that was doing amazingly well. So Hype went to 40 over 40. That was way past 88. So that was amazing. Red, I think, is doing okay, but not that good. Cookie did a pretty good thing. Fartcoin, of course, doubled. PEPE almost doubled as well. Aave did well. Doge did well. Sui did at least 50%. Virtual did like 4x. From the moment I gave you that. So that was pretty cool. So that was the list I gave you around April. Basically, all of that did pretty well outside of like two coins basically. So I think this is really cool stuff. So I wanted to tell you what I'm buying right now. Basically, I'm still observing that list. I'm not really deploying, I'm not selling either, so I'm holding most of the coins I'm holding here. I sold some of Hype along the way. I didn't wait until 40, unfortunately. I sold some around, I think, 25, 30. That was the moment I was selling a lot of them. So that was basically a month ago. I'm still holding most of the coins here on the list, adding sometimes something, mostly on extended. So I'm playing with free capital, basically with stables. For the short-term positions, especially if I see like spikes like that. So I'm trying to either short on the upswing or long on the downtrend, basically betting on mean reversion, which works to a certain extent and is generally a good strategy overall. But I'm also looking at other coins that are available, and there are a couple of very interesting ones that are performing interestingly. So for example, if you look at Say, that basically hit a bottom and then has like this amazing recovery of 40%. The Sui, I was already talking about that, but you can also look at Pengu and what's happening with Pengu here, which was super high, went down, and I think because LucaNet is such an amazing builder, have a chance to really recover and give you interesting peaks again. There are a couple of interesting coins as well. So, for example, I'm still, as I said, looking at S. KAITO is a very interesting one. So I was talking about KAITO because basically it's also similar to virtual. It's not on the list here, but that was basically very similar to virtual in the sense that they have their own ecosystem. It's not for AI, it's for attention, but the principle is the same. You can have projects that are launching on KAITO in order for other people to farm it. And generally the token is very well spoken of and often spoken about, which I think is good for the price action. So altogether, it did pretty well from the lows of April, basically doing like 2x, 3x, depending on when you bought it. I think from the lowest point of 0.6 to 2, that was basically over 3x, which was amazing. It's still 2x from the lowest point of April, which is really, really good. So a lot of those coins really did well. And if we were to continue that, so all I'm going to say now is, of course, dependent on the price action of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other majors like, for example, Sol and Hype. So if that keeps on going up, then we might see amazing action on different altcoins. And this is where I would add more risk. I'm still waiting for that moment because I'm not sure whether we're going to dump right now or we're going to go straight up. We got a little bit of price action movements, but it's still summer. Summer usually tends to be much slower, on the slower side. So if you're trying to buy anything, usually it's better to wait until September. That's usually when the price action picks up. There were some summers where the action was really amazing. Of course, like DeFi summer of, I think, 2019, 2020. But that was once maybe for all the years when it basically drifted down. So there were many moments for you to just buy and forget. So if you're buying a spot, you might be fine. If you're trying to play on leverage, like I'm trying to do sometimes, then it might be a better moment to just wait it out and see where will we go. We're currently in a world where there's a lot of uncertainty. So most of the people are preparing for the worst, and we can go both ways. We can get a bad economic situation. We can get another inflationary world. We don't know really. So you have to take into account those kind of scenarios. But the idea here is that once majors like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Sol were going to run, then you probably see even more price action on other coins. So if you miss those, it's fine. You can basically get the price action on virtual, PEPE, KAITO, and other coins like that. And this is what I'm trying to position myself here, basically looking at those different altcoins and trying to catch the wave once the wave is seen. Same goes for shorting actually. So I wouldn't, right now, if we are going to go up and down, then it's not really a good moment for either short or long. Just wait it out, wait for the good scenario for you to play out, and then put on the position. I think that's the best because you don't want to get liquidated on those upswings and downswings. Even though if you get the direction right, still the eventual price action might be very spiky, going up and down. So you can get liquidated on both long and short, even if you got the direction right. So even if you shorted close to the top, you could get basically liquidated. So for example, if you shorted here, you could get liquidated here if you put too much leverage or too tight of the stop losses. So you have to be careful. Don't play with too much leverage. Spot and chill is usually the correct strategy. And of course, do your own research before jumping in. By the way, Extended is a really great exchange, and they have the point system. So if you try utilizing the exchange, you have my link down below in the description. You will get points, and I think it's still underfarmed. As you can see, this account, which didn't do anything with 0 points, is basically 2,600 plays, which means that there are not many people really farming the exchange. And I think this is one of the best exchanges out there when it comes to potential competition to Hyperliquid. Of course, it won't get as big as Hyperliquid, but I think we're getting this new wave of super cool exchanges, and this one is definitely worth trying. Super fast, although the orders go through, and also they have much higher leverage that you can put on compared to some of the other exchanges, especially on smaller tokens, because on larger tokens it's basically all the same, with BTC going up to 50x, ETH going up to 50x, but you have for example, Pengu with 20x leverage, Say with 20x leverage, Virtual with 15x leverage, and I didn't see many other exchanges doing that, which is really, really interesting. So have a look at Extended. It's a really, really cool exchange, working really fast. So definitely worth having a look, especially if you're trading anyway and you want to get additional points. This is the place to go. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.